A number of polls over the last couple of weeks are now showing the Democrats with a good chance to keep control of the Senate, and they also now have a realistic possibility of eliminating the GOP to a narrow win in the House. Much of this turnaround from earlier in the year, when Republicans seemed on track for a red wave, can be attributed to the overturning of Roe v. Wade, although the slowdown in inflation and lower gas prices is also a factor. So the question now becomes, will the red wave turn into red rage as Republican candidates across the nation, especially those endorsed by Trump, claim that their election was stolen from them just as Trump had? Much of the right is still outraged by the FBI search of Trump's Mar-a-Lago residence, and largely because of Trump, they are also convinced that if a Republican loses an election, it's almost certainly because the Democrats stole it from them. We could be looking at a scenario in November where not only do the Democrats win many more races than previously thought, but where the Trump-endorsed candidates perform much worse than expected. What do you think will happen in that case? Do you think that Trump will finally understand that his endorsement of candidates based not on their qualifications, but based solely on how loyal they were to him, was not the best political strategy? Or, more likely, will he once again ratchet up the heat in this nation by claiming his candidates only lost because of massive voter fraud, causing tens of millions of Americans who love him to nod their heads in agreement while clenching their fists in rage? There is a chance that Trump's rhetoric will finally send this country over the edge as he riles up his base even more than he already has. And just like everything else that Trump does, his rhetoric is intended to benefit himself the most. One thing is for certain, if Trump's candidates lose on a large scale, we could be looking at a very dangerous time for our country, because the arsonist will light another match. Thanks for taking a moment to watch, and I'll be back soon with a video concerning the white horse of Revelation 6 and how we know that its rider is on the scene right now. I'll talk to you guys soon.